Welcome to Fun Factory Gaming.
You survived.
The Tomb Raider franchise returned to the spotlight during the Game Awards 2025, with a double announcement that made it clear that Lara Croft remains one of the most important pillars of the industry.
Say you're unstoppable.
Amazon Games, in partnership with Crystal Dynamics, officially revealed Tomb Raider Catalyst, a completely new title scheduled for 2027, as well as Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, an ambitious remake of the first Tomb Raider, originally released in 1996, with a release date set for 2026.
That's where you're wrong.
Both games are in development for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. The announcements signal a new strategic phase for the franchise on one hand, a brand new adventure that expands Lara's modern narrative universe. On the other, a careful and technological reinterpretation of its origins, designed for both veterans and new players. Tomb Raider Catalyst is presented as the next major, never-before-seen chapter in the franchise. Set after a mythical cataclysm, the game takes Lara Croft to northern India, a region still relatively unexplored in the main series, but rich in historical, cultural, and mythological potential.
Atlantis.
According to the official description released by Amazon Games, the cataclysm unleashed ancient secrets and awakened mysterious guardian forces, suggesting an approach that blends archaeology, mythology, and supernatural elements, something that harks back to the franchise's classic roots, but on a more epic narrative scale. Although few technical details have been revealed, the game's positioning makes it clear that Catalyst will not be just another Tomb Raider, but rather a project designed to redefine the direction of the series in the long term. Although there is no official confirmation regarding gameplay systems, it is reasonable to expect that Tomb Raider Catalyst will follow the pattern of the most recent games in the trilogy that began with Tomb Raider 2013. This will mean exploring vast and interconnected environments, refined combat by balancing stealth and action, more complex environmental puzzles, stronger narrative focus, and character development.
Who's your legend? You survived the Dragon's Triangle.
The Indian setting also opens up space for new types of tombs, vertical architecture, temples carved into mountains, hidden caves, and extreme natural landscapes, all aligned with the idea of a world impacted by a recent catastrophic event. The 2027 release date indicates a longer development cycle, suggesting that the project is being treated as a large-scale title, possibly utilizing modern engine technologies and more advanced narrative systems. If Catalyst represents the future, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis is a direct celebration of the past. The game is a complete remake of the original 1996 Tomb Raider, rebuilt with modern technology and developed in partnership with Flying Wild Hog, a studio known for its solid technical work and well-calibrated action experiences.
In my memory.
Unlike remasters that merely improve resolution or textures, Legacy of Atlantis is described as a complete reimagining, maintaining the spirit of the original adventure, but adapting its structure to current standards.
New discoveries.
In Legacy of Atlantis, players relive Lara Croft's first raid adventure, exploring iconic locations such as jungles of Peru, ruins of ancient Greece, deserts of Egypt, and a mysterious island in the Mediterranean, shrouded in mythology.
The path this adventure would send me on.
The narrative revolves around the search for the fragments of the Scion, an artifact of immeasurable power, facing lethal predators, deadly traps, and classic puzzles that help define the action-adventure genre in the 90s.
That's still.
One of the great highlights of Legacy of Atlantis is the use of Unreal Engine 5, promising completely redone visuals, modern and atmospheric lighting, more detailed and vibrant environments, and updated animations for Lara and enemies. Crystal Dynamics emphasized that the goal is not to misrepresent the original game, but rather to reinterpret it, maintaining the atmosphere of isolation, discovery, and constant danger that characterized the 1996 Tomb Raider. The remake aims to balance respect for the legacy with modern accessibility. This means more responsive controls, camera adjusted to current standards, puzzles reworked for greater clarity, more fluid combat, without losing strategic weight. The idea is to introduce Lara Croft to both nostalgic veterans and a new generation, without either audience feeling excluded. The simultaneous announcement of Catalyst and Legacy of Atlantis is no coincidence. It demonstrates a clear strategy from Amazon Games and Crystal Dynamics. Legacy of Atlantis 2026 serves as a gateway, rekindling interest in the franchise and reintroducing Lara Croft to new audiences. Catalyst 2027 represents evolution, harnessing that momentum to take the series to new narrative and technical heights.
The Titless of Fire.
This approach reduces risks and strengthens the Tomb Raider brand as a whole, something essential after years of silence and uncertainty about the franchise's future. Both games have been confirmed for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series, reinforcing the focus on next-generation hardware. Until now, there's no mention of the Nintendo Switch 2, suggesting that the projects were designed with more powerful platforms in mind, especially considering the use of Unreal Engine 5 and the proposed scale. Despite the lack of detailed gameplay or more specific windows, the announcements at the Game Awards 2025 make it clear that Tomb Raider is far from a dormant franchise. On the contrary, the series is now entering a period of careful reconstruction and expansion.
I'm just getting...
With a remake that honors its roots and an ambitious new chapter on the horizon, Lara Croft returns to occupy the space she has always had, that of an absolute icon of action-adventure games. Now, all that remains is to wait for upcoming events and presentations to understand how these two projects will connect, and most importantly, how Crystal Dynamics intends to balance past and future in one of the most important franchises in video game history. And that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed my work, please show your love by giving it a like and considering subscribing. As always, thank you for your support.